ya muadwo anwumre de ba oyepa 100.7
but as a bad for was ha when
eh ba for the one somebody ajayo chairman ayi me who quote be say from Max FM 89.7 our muko too say also the level of coaches in Ghana is below average. It's very poor. I think the government will need to invest a lot in our game to help our coaches. Why 17 in the say Uji 2 years say coaches say what Ghana ha. Men can say omunim die wo coaching mu na e wo form. Nti esa ban ne bam na oye investment e wo coaching mu. E ba jo chema wona aka asasem we.
The mechanic say the level of our football no, all departments from all departments and the coaching kwa.
Okay.
All departments, administration, they are from infrastructure, they are from quality players, the quality transfer from BBR from. So each the government should invest in our football, and at the same time, all departments have to learn, including me, because what I witness, our Morocco, Ghana, no, a person can wow,
sir.
Difference now. I'm being honest, and I don't think
the Oklahoma Morocco no. The difference between Ghana and born and Morocco, dear no. A best offering kind, echo wa, our name from.
And no quite short. And no quite big. I'm being honest. Because some call Baba Sports Stadium. That's a flash or now call Baba Sports Stadium. Wouldn't win nothing. Because stadium now is dirty to a point to say, Obiani is over there, could not have a baller. The football are even away. So, Baba Sports Stadium. That's the police related in the police ID card. And you show us complimentary. Every month is free. Fire service ID card. I complimentary. What you mean about free? Where are you going? So, come Morocco, not get free. I on the lowest. Hey, almost 1,800 Ghana cedis. Obi care as much as $240. Almost 3,000 cedis per ball. Over here, play at $10,000. My young, I get 20 cedis. As we were trying to learn, or so much free. There's a mechanical crest.
The Oklahoma Morocco, Tia, more kind of crest.
Ah, no, man,
okay. Chairman said you're okay. Oka playing body, players, Oka coaching.
Boy, give me as a supporters leader. I have a lot to learn. I'm telling you. Okay. Because what I saw there, say me concert na me you know. I'm being honest. Say in the crown, say young Ghana and young kind of quiet drink over the hour. And for follow actually. There's a more actually power. It's young and I was here, and young Cassia say, you level no from the quality of our players, low.
The quality of our players, low.
Yeah, they say, Ghana, you're 18 clubs, boy.
18 Premier League clubs.
You're best 20. I'd go 3 account one. You call our conversation. Okay,
Chama, one after the other. Okay, the quality of your players, form. And then when your opportunity, we are supporters, chairman. Another transfer window about now Kotoko any opportunity to sign players based on their working. Will you say Makoto to play our Ghana Hana?
No, because the standard I hear no.
Makoto to play our Ghana.
Me say standard I hear no. It means to me that I to play our Ghana.
No, let's say so the emphasis Kotoko any opportunity to play in Africa again. Looking at standard now, the judgments is here no. Obe advice to say Makoto going to play our Ghana because the standard, the quality of players for Ghana and our form compared to teams Amoko Africa, I'm not able.
The American check of team, they say, I have to can say, if say compete to Africa, we have to be consistent for about 3 years. consistent. Me, I'm just saying there, you better again, maintain this team. Now you're strengthening them. I found the Copa Africa.
Strengthening America say what the players we call Marco Ball, Waka Shemo 5. Waba, also the quality of your players in our form. The same players who see in Kipriomo, more Africa BM. Now being the supporters chairman. Obesa my advice say, o mo do mo be kan o ma o si en kipuno. Enye players o mo boy in the Ghanaian Premier League na.
My member so be Benjamin we si bone. They say me say Africa na e ko boy. So compare your players into what players na. Omo ye more experience than ye de no. So ye de no. The over Kotoko that said 2 years. That's almost one over 6 years. So you put him down consistent for 3 years. Omba be experience, Omba be mature, and we need money to maintain this player because if you don't have money, you can't keep this team.
If so, then you are talking about how our players need to stay at by the quality of the players.
We have talent, and then I don't know their quality. I am one who training on. And I will gain experience, no quality number. Because come out of your radio, but you will say no quality here. I am consistent in the door to baby. I don't know. It will be a 1 year radio school. I about radio mono. But you know what I compete. No, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
So if you want to be quality here, you have to be consistent. Because you need to be very radio school, let's say Ogosia sports. Now, Okuta master's degree and Okuta doctorate or journalism. No, I better go for that. No, I sometime I pay. Never. I found a certificate or never. Based on the spheres and money. That is what I'm talking about. House of Folk at the Champions League because from 1998 to 2002, no more consistent. One coach, one team, one administration. If say a person compete to Africa, maybe club commanders and Kotoko. We have to be consistent. Kotoko supporters have to be sacrificed and support the team financially so that we can keep our team. Yet we compete to Africa.
The same analogy we use to the players. The same thing applies to coaches and say coach biso ba ye man time and tina Kotoko nche no develop.
Yes, because me now. Because you to your very experience because about 20 years back, there was no coach Kotoko. After when accident in the idea, or Africa Caribbean experience, but I can't just consider that the outer baby or no, and a house and travel baby or no. I was not going to continue traffic every year, almost 3 years special courses. I have grade you more. So I pursue a board team, or you pursue a work Kotoko. That's how we should do. And then, we have a Baba, but they also share with you. Some Yako for a time for you. That you are sharing with me. Major Mayan. I get to be a bit roof over. I get them run also go to your and the time I sit down in the last 20 years. And I had a pro. It's me. I tell Maracano and one Amaka. May say, it's a person compete to Africa. I'll say a consistent team. Na ombeya mature. Na yenya quality. Because you call you know. It was clear. It was clear.
Okay. Chairman, you better was say. But you only penny biswa. Almost full say. And many years ago to promo bebresi Africa. Looking at the omuhu ye last Friday against work. No munya botre. And prepare team no fear ABN film you me and Sebi and son of my say you multi-BM Africa.
Avoid you more. The entire American said, and you might go on Morocco. You call Nigeria, you will be. It's a man, Yamwa. I should be also to Africa. Young Yako first year. Yako experience, players in the war. Almost first season. Yet major leg. Near Boatim, near Stanton, baby, where you weak. Near Sandy Acobium. Your car, may I show every other drop of for money zone. The money zone, no one to me, here, no Saba bat. No one maintained it to no Stanton, no Saba co. 1, 2, 3, no. to compete with big guys. Say see how there. Mama you know how answer. Your level no in more. The so far Ghana you first 18. Never could you say Ghana hanging on come on for Monko. I'm saying.
Okay.
It's a fact.
Chairman, Ebedasi.
That's it.
Chairman of Usuari, Kotoko supporters chairman, and Yeneno Edin Common. Bafo, what's in Chairman Sulu?
Etienne.
Safi and Chichimuna, I what I say.
What I say.
Okay.
And almost said, Minina ya journey to some large extent. Minina ya going to some large extent. And there are some certain things I want prescribe, and also I'm in sync with him. Almost said, approach may not be the same because baby obi the way the kaya de na kon kan no ne de no se baby a wode akodu so ka se opese o ye ne sare de ne bi pepe pa wan he a enti na mpanifo se wo fi preko pa osin a moja ba no enti e bia baby a no fofo na ye o mo de no akodu no se pese ye bi saa ye nso so ese se ye hu kwan de no ma bi gu akwan na yetime ba ko kai ye me de his call on supporters and say it's just about the time say e pese bobo kro no esa so original na so san yemle bi net ye no a and it calls for sacrifice, it calls for dedication, it calls for loyalty. Esa wutu hu edi ho esa unya etu ho ama etu ho che edi ma bobo kro na wo se wo do no because boss menim Kotoko supporters bebre menim ha supporters bebre omo nkomodie fa omo bobokwe no mo say omo bobokwe no ho e wo various social media platforms no ya na asefim we sa wa ekuro no you may not be happy with no ma bia nipa bi wokwe no mu omo ye but say one here you throw the baby and the bathwater away. So one here na say intina mpanifo ka bibi say one here wo de enwansa ne ho abufuo we ba ho so no wa bere wukuru
no se moja na eba no
na fe moja pramo asisa o ya etre kwase dan de we say enwansa na
se moja yi ekuro tu na wansa na besiso wo de abufuo because wo fu se wo didi koma ye o ye na wansa na kona fe
wo ko da na fe bo se afi moja pramo
unya na kura kunu kura se le beka
kunu kura beka wa kunu so a wa hwe we pra ho enti your attitude towards our clubs say say ye fiase hu nia da bia ye nyina da ya no na ye ka ni bia ene esesa me de ne call particularly on the supporters no I am for it because nukweni nyame animu ni edu ba bia supporters no eyi o teams ne ma omo neglect teams no
sa
oh yes
sa na hu no
etisa onim you see supporters ni bebre twen say teams ni nya yiye na omo show omo presence omo na omo ni say omo ni he metimi di nipa wakwa ye mfato ho me nya obi a me di nipa wakwa me mfato ho me amenua kuma na baruwa me ye sure say Kotoko say obi a ja Kotoko match hwe ahwe onko bako kotaba ba ya Kotoko match
sir
the never that I know. Maybe there are other people like that. I'm sure there are other people like that. Definitely, not even maybe. Definitely, there are other people like that. Maybe I mean, but definitely there are other people like that.
Say Nana Bewa pa Manchester and Liverpool. Na Kotoko game.
Me who Nana Bewa Manchester and Liverpool match or take Baba Yara. Obejai because who is fortunately for some matches and also no. Ubenya apel echirebi okra phone so kra utimi nyare wo. But me who be you don't neglect a thing you say you love, especially in times of need. I didn't need panakwa with him. I just said, what down for now, we be also penasman. I don't know. Now, what can we hear? What can we him? Nasa bread and a wee na masabre na won't neglect no. Sana ye dia ye team sino. And today, Kotoko Bebo match, has Bebo match. Over Kwakra Stadium, over Baba Stadium, nay empty. Nasa Otifies or Kotoko supporter, where house supporter.
But say supporter ba for you should as a money reason to say born over here.
Me get to tell me say you see the reason is that your club is playing and not quite a reason enough.
There be
no
maybe
grazing enough and sana what the twaso behwe say anka obobo ne fanka wo pe
and never for
sanka
ahokyere wo wiase
resource ba me pacho metiwase ba ka mama mo de ani die mu ka mama no sia sanka resource ba yanka wo pe sanka bo no bo no be fanka wo pe sanka bi aka player bi say bo bi anka wo pe ni nyina no abeba be guso but the first thing is that my Kotoko my house of folk is playing titi hey nukura pa wo say be ka nukura kire ho ni adi nukura pa ye tin say support wo abrochire no when even it is not going well you not TV kire ho
because there are other areas aside born no mo the park so no ba for wani beje say obehwe minimo bia ba for my more example okay to say Amford aside match day obitimi twa ticket every Japan no aba Liverpool so behwe oba excursion Amford enye match day and I can tell you say ebia from Monday to Friday nipa Amford for only excursion see akohwe de wo ho no it can even reach 10,000
boss eno de yemi nji wachini da
eti aside ball na ye born park ni so no there are other things omo attach to it emma supporters ni ntwom ho free club no
ni nyina me no ya adwen
ada ne ha ye ntimi nye bi
ye betimi aye but you see se on say yen hwe ne say baby ayakokoturu we are at the lowest ebb we are has fallen at the lowest ebb it is not like I say ye gina hobi o se no ya try to form team o ye da form ye wo ye na ye ntimi so limpo nwiawe aye o and na ese se wonye obi obeso wo mu te ba ne saa no a eye obi a ne nsem odu ne ho oden ogina ne na so no aboa no wapagya that is where we are and at this stage no saa no ma na ya kana ye pese ehu kan ho ni nyina no ni nyina ntimi ma together with say ye besa asori no so and untina na me ka say if there's anything like motivational the fact that Kotoko is playing that alone should be the reason why you want to be at the stadium
okay
and sana free a chair no what we say Kotoko no bono omomodin say obaba bola efe omomodin say obenya resource omomodin say obenya players bidum do omabeka ho a ebe matim no
utie chairman solo a ote say o start you say obehye watare aba stadium akonya so fin oso apon asori a oba stadium so be ball no akonya so fin eno na enyoma ne bia abafo ene ba bia wiase ko no atwi nipa edom ko akire momom ye ball no ebi wa ye fa ne nkitinkiti o ebi wo ho a ye fa ne nkitinkiti babafo enya ni papa mame nka se mi kire enura nje mitia me na chikaka na me hwehwe me phone so a na me call Facebook me na mo ho na me hu se restaurant bi che wa jega no side wo we the room see advertise o mo product on Facebook enuane no ba fo ho se do masia package na ti wa na me frɛ madam fu mi se chairman be fa me na nko na me nkodidi wo
the who Facebook na
yes
set say you
am be se me ko dey tuam and these platforms are there obi share that tria to advertise on Facebook who need to do Facebook people pay to advertise on Twitter TikTok ha bon so na social media bo ho Facebook bo ho kwen Sunday Liverpool ni Birmingham they are advertising it oni aboso at the chrono so won ho akade abepeso bokwa kwahwe e dia ne yesu ye to read that level
ni nyina
da bia ye say e na supporters say you mo club ama supporters say you mo club ama
ni nyina
we dia na be choma odi akwa stadium
visa say visa visa antade we adu bayi ntu pesa wo ka say na no ko share ball match say ne net tie and me jitum say we don't keep our stadium enya supporters friendly
yes
and we me jitum and also so another discussion we call on the administrators especially omo in charge of that aspect no and utina onkoma woni solo di na wiei no wa expand the okodi wa ba bia akofa asem ne bae no koma woni na dia wa bia mu pa o on say cover all other areas of the game or say administrators no omo so nya omo de bi omo nya omo de ya omo so raise standard no me ne ya adwen en fa to no do ma ya visa akwabo ne visa e dey beto so no
for the best education as will be anya no asase so
exposure
yes panza ko do for ko Morocco ba watom kasa
omo ni abre
tafu watom kasa yes
but say unim exposure no ye one and I agree
me say na dikan
say unya exposure ni wie now we need the
me say
the will to do it because 3 years ago and I has to folk buy nkomo ya ibi ni be sign bi din ye
eso ye tena ho
enso ya anya ho
yes
enti the exposure I agree because me kai say there be a house ko ye training no na there was academy bi ho no mo a ye ho no mo a bo say bia me nua ko visa kito no abepa kene car na ne babo enitim no abesi no na what ho na akra ne ekikiball no e bo ma at 3 years at 4 years no okikiball no saa
e say obusu
car no afana de no de
e say obusu ani bi etukun akwa abochire o de ma ne ba busu mi nsia mo se ne ye ne bibia asesa
oni na wo to politics to atwa was
bibia asesa
bo ha no to twene
yes
eti exposure no de me no ya adwen
mami ncheza kaka ne
community no me de ma no see the boss the administrative side no yen left here no at club level at the national the federation level at the administrative level in terms of the sports authorities me that dey nyina no obi anya ne de then ye echita for no so yen ye de
Zagito so na yenko Clementino ene so ene Dr. Caesar
nana be
wa
na be wa say first in say Kotoko training mbokura na man you boy ikra Kotoko team na omachim mbo no obo akwo Kotoko team no because that is where the first love is in terms of the one of that is one. Two or say I say we are giving reasons to supporters why they shouldn't come to stadium.
Why they should
because Bafocas me say sa omuti no so no. E show mo de bia so mo team mo hwesa team no. They don't give reasons say team nya identity. Afi me hwe matches no. But e ba kruma nko ade a wo say ya hye me team nti no. Me nko hwe sa team no playing. But I think say why we are here. But I said, yeah, entertaining my family. I bet norm say I feel the Kruma de supporters no, born or just say you show back on the stadium. I bet norm that I feel the Kruma de. Now even Oya de Mpono or Uze or Sheba Wakumi Mensa at Wasso 1 bad results pay Bungwana. Bloggers yakusi moso no but yemba me that was just one defeated after some long period view yes yemba so they always find a reason why cheap reasons why we yemba na omaka na sa no moko do I think say me teacher Monsolo I said a lot of also when baby went to fame and seen some more kind of so based on the whole quotation now came on I did at least name is Sakakra so I'm just saying after thought on some kind no I feel once on some man fast now if you make can see because now he's more of say about quality it's the first one now kind not about anything
consistency.
Yeah, that so coaches no. Omo nyade. Then what about or the quality players no fi say quality and ama yentimi no mo compete. So ono say even all our best 11 pa yentimi no omombo. Myoto I think say sorry Jibo. Asomo ejumedi. Jibo I think say baby you agree with him for baby so me nya adwene you understand you have any adwene say omo abrosi bebre and omo bro so nyande o you see it's not like today and Morocco for Ghana so one Ghana ne Kotoko has a show mo no mo bure so in terms of bibia o sika infrastructure no mo bure so me ya bro mo so da ya bro mo so da in terms of infrastructure money resources ya bro mo so da na ya ti wi so ya bro mo so da we nye dia boba ya bro mo so da ya nti bro mo so da na mu
bobo mo ya bro mo so da
men ka bobo
na ka de
men ba boss me say resource wise infrastructure wise any side me ya mbro mo so da ba na exhibition mo
at the point new infrastructure is Morocco
be see that be see that
ampa
bafo bafo
2008 and yade tamalene abeka da ba na stadium infrastructure na
drew point
be no so say Morocco
no mo stadium ya ba akopɛ Mohammed V we no free wa
na da ba de
ya no muni park bi on boss
ata na e wo sen
ne wo Accra ne wo Kumasi
na papa sen wo
yes
jibe
asa ba na mo ka kyerɛ
Morocco ya bro
na ye statistics yesi ayi sporting centers Winneba Sports College na Morocco mo koma dwo so maybe
jibo asa me kan say infrastructure
your college they say school and they say school
but to help develop sports
that is
ya bro so
ya bro so da ye ne atra ho
enti bro mo
Egypt da ba na ya bro Egypt so
Morocco asem na America
na wo ye
omunya fo jibo eti ye po me say saka me no mo skesi you but na you good coaches in the system enti we able to develop our talent me maka wa say me mekan de bia jibu talent was Morocco in Ghana da now before bebe na mo in Ghana talent wise but do you know what now they have almost 9 years they find a way to now develop omo de kakra omo wono better and here the idea your raw talent ni eja ne sa and afi coaches omo nyaade wo bo mo omo nim hwe omo nkyere hwe
na so ni solo ya ni
mame the style of support personalities you know and I don't go to do as you as most times Kotoko supporters follow individuals personalities more than say you follow club no and when the individual leaves ajibu yeti say clubs are yes support of which and abofo na ankasa no yempam obi mo enyomo ya enyomo ya pa by enen je say ya pam obi aye omu yenti no omu en support team no cha Morino the first sakeni they in England Chelsea supporters because no omu force Abramovich en saki Jose Mourinho but the Chelsea supporters did not follow Mourinho to where he was going they stayed put to the club but yeah I said the other day say tino na abaye team na ne nam fo mu de chinyina say ofruwa
bobe so che sa che supporters no omo raise omo consensus no obi ankodi di omatem
no dibo uze it doesn't stop you from supporting your team Kotoko now was supporting the and stop you from supporting it you can address the individual separately
it's ever say Mourinho the other example Chelsea supporters are not some support to Mourinho maybe omo come say no be so sorry here masa mon support team come from masa mon kono a mukurade emfa so na team ni nya wo so obu se kade no be
say me say Kotoko obi a like or did she making the answer at that time and akasa bia che omoda
it might not come from a mom it might come from my supporters no any leader say you take you
anything you do fair no embe pan the team that you support and I am asking you now say I know where he is coming from meaning comments that people have made about them but all the men nya adwen say an individual bia on the Kotoko players ka dibo onyo na ran Kotoko say or make a comment it shouldn't affect your support to Kotoko that is mene obia kofi baby a difference abe intimano abe next ni na no you can address that person separately the deal with him and handle him separately but any question enyon so how you support your love for the club e dey be or the mene nya adwene and na aba Kotoko stagger no oba say e bia tama Mr. A na oye management and as a CEO na onu ko be nam ye pamo no waka asem bi etia obi nti nipa na no omo ne nam nti no because he loves Mr. A or say we aka asem etia onu nti no Kotoko no mejai they I don't think o do club no eti oh na problem a ama bebre na tete ada no na me pe we asem oba Kotoko obi aka asem afa no nti no ya pam nti ende sa dia yesu ejai team no and na de Kotoko ama be omolu supporters every CEO that comes or kwa oni bebre ko omo se yamba bium we ba o se yamba bium no mako o ba se yamba bium ni yako that has been the problem leading to Kotoko to where they are today. But I think say as a supporter they no kwase ba no sa eti jibo we have big problem kese pa e won say your coach so nya ade that I agree with Chabosolu our coaching pram no mo nche hwe because you see nothing about football when they are playing matches. No coaching. Nyame ade ebe yi sa no mo namu. And when they say you improve on giving them proper coaching Tibo talent there. But you boys are muka boche nya enya Ghana no mo. But dream right dreams no. You the brony na bet no o chi onwa de. He will take them well no akoto mo.
Me too.
Say, if you are going to pick Moroccans who have played in Morocco, Yawo Morocco, Yatito Morocco, Abobola Boche Ghana, the head of Morocco. They can't compete with the sense of say Yawun Morocco. When you're in Morocco, I know Mobola Boche. They can't compete with us. They are using players that yawo mo abochire o me Moroccans o me am tete no abochire but say Moroccans ne dia Tunisia can compete with us Ghana Tunisia Egypt Morocco Algeria o me compete say yawo mo kromo no manya mo tete ya dey ko abochire o me compete with us but what they are doing are better than us. They say o mo for mo dia wo mo abochire mo de no ba o do ba ba ye de jibo yede yami be ye coaches nkuwa na be say ye ball no okroma sei entire ye bresa e bo hwe ball na ti se stadium e be ye yami ye ball yami ye serewo me ye hye yami ye serewo eno nkuwa no we stadium sa na ball na
yam
me ai ti no ye story about bia Kotoko place on sani and say na o ka say l'agent scasem but I think say Kuma say no people are not we are not doing football honestly we are not doing football I say we are playing football okay because wow we can you see you should look at our economy and quote realistic figures based on how our football economy is.
Some figures don't go to. I just have told them
but no work also.
So until we are not radio.
No work also. Because here I say. Jibo Tama, Patrick Razak, Razak Simpson, called Blasters and then the value was really. Today the value is dropping because in a frame. After nations extra girl. Until the value will drop. I think that one of the things that we should be able to and now honorable Patrick Bo America and yet coach in Kwana ya amwabombo I'm say administrative so do not amwabombo we are not doing well administratively we are not doing enough because you see we are not looking at the economy no football economy no and price as yet sorry because obi here there figures into no sorry I never see a but we should look at our figures. So will be no problem. But locally, we should be realistic in some of the figures that your boy Chroma say. On what transfer? You say a group, for example, Simpson. What say? I want to agree. Say has for super on modern and saying almost killing almost among watch because you see. But omuto ba komuto e omontua ama boy say every has a echo because time and Simpson no ha blasters no if they have sold into as folk who are going to blasters no
sir.
No, we don't him. Oh, I said, I'm Bobby. What about one more day? Jibu, they dare not take him out of the Blasters as a House of Folk player. But I was nations here. Oh, come on, bit more power in this way. Why? You power
and then nations.
To that level. I'm a papa on this. Nah, you may papa on this way you play left from crowd. But if Simpson was a House of Folk player, Jibu, I'm coming to Blasters. And sometimes you should be as I share the business aspect of football. Now, the emotional aspect. It's you take money, you insert on one transfer. No insert or potential. No, it's in there. So what you see this in Ghana, I say, maybe after 200,000 or 300,000, what you insert when you are 25 or 30% on one transfer. So that's about $1 now or $1 in dollars, and you get your share. By the idea, you better not see any 100,000, 50,000, 150, 200 Ghana. I want to be as a Ghana.
Yeah, play a game, Kakri.
No, that is how our
and the football no a global sport. And you baby for Fakuni Diga. It's a player now open on. It be a team so Tanzania the same player.
Oh,
we are competing with those teams.
Oh, you see, no, but we have to also admit today maybe that's our level. Until we say we see because yes, that is our level. Yes,
it's wrong for a team to quote $70,000, $100,000 Ghana have any player.
I say outrageous.
Yes, it's more than
outrageous.
Wow,
okay. Yes, so once na also koto sasi kan ye counting. Outrageous. So okay, your market no. Your market is in the city no. Na ye de hwabo ho bo. Say also say na so be better anti there's no way say Obekaya the reason why fencing fair invest team ben fiba Liverpool
Leverkusen
they refused to sell him to Bayern Munich and they say anka mo turn ma Bayern Munich scan mo turn ma Liverpool no they couldn't have sold him that with that the same amount say the commitment can say they turn into but in Germany that price no o mo pere kwa ma wo mo until they said they would rather look at the outside market than the local market. Until local market, you know, your pricing regime no, different. And outside no so pricing regime no so different. This is what the no problem. But I had beton there. I saw a reasonable.
Okay, this aspect of no, and you know, OG 200,000 Ghana city. No, so you insert on one transfer. What the clause him say if he's able to or ball or if he's selected. Eko work up no bia e be say if won to be say won ba won so no na skana na ka kwato na bonti na ka open no you be ni na from House of Folk based on if the person is able to play well by there no the bia person boom 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 meanwhile you know our economy, you know our football systems and the tie outrageous today where we are say young to say this is our level we will not progress. Let's admit this is our level. Trade within that level. Hoping say football for now will do the right thing for us to get more investment in our football. But I understand the BIA nations for example, I'm just saying good age. You are not so good age. The age is good now for ma. Now Kotoko ba. You take good money, good cities from Kotoko. All the good cities from Momoa. You insert cross. No matter what tona. Say
no on word no.
Mama simple AB.
Mama na so line was do simple in ba.